Hey, it's Mila, and welcome back to my channel.
I go around and I go around and I go around, I go around. I'm always out, I am always out, I am always out, I'm always out. I keep running so I don't have to go.
Surprisingly, we're wearing a sweater today because it's generally so cold. I'm literally filming this June 1st, and I'm wearing a sweater. We love life in Canada. Life in Canada is always interesting, let's put it that way. But anyways, if you're new here, my name is Mila. I make everything from lifestyle and bookish type content. We also break down and go really in depth on reality TV show, episode series, whatever you want to call it. I only do a few shows, but I do all the seasons. So I don't know what the proper word is here, but we do that. And we also occasionally, throw in a little tier ranking video to keep things cute, fun, and interesting. So if any of that sounds fun, definitely, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe. I was going to say hit the comments. No, hit the subscribe button down below to, be aware of every single time that I post. Okay, I know I say this so many times. I go back and forth and changing what my posting schedule is. I think I have finalized it. I promise I have finally finalized it. So I just want to take the time to explain to you how I'm going to do it. So I've always had in the back of my head podcasting, right? I'm not gonna quit my search for a job, go full force podcasting episodes every single week. No, I want to, I'm telling you all this because the first episode I would actually be posting today, June 1st, but you'll be seeing this video June 4th, I want to say, June 4th or 5th, I'm not exactly sure, because my posting schedule now is going to be Sundays and Thursdays. It is subject to change depending on how I want to play around with these more podcasty chit chat longer videos, but we will see. That's all up for debate later on. But yes, we're gonna be posting I guess lifestyle, just my typical type of content on Sundays, and then all the bookish type content on Thursdays, right? Okay, that's good, that's out of the way. Going back to this podcasting, I graduated this semester. My graduation is the ceremony and stuff. It's on June 10th. I'm so sorry. This has nothing to do with my bookish type content. So if you only watch my bookish type content, I'm so sorry. But, I did want to put this out there for people who watch a bit of everything. I wanted to do these podcasts on post-grad and just post-grad diaries. I think that's what I'm going to call it. My post-grad diaries. I have a lot of ideas, right? So every other week I'll be posting an episode on that. Maybe if I'm feeling spicy, I might dedicate Sundays just to these podcast episodes because I have enough ideas to last me until the end of the year. So I don't know if I would make it a weekly type thing and then bring out 3 videos, but that feels a little daunting, right? So at first I want to do episodes every other week. And the good thing is that obviously I do have to prepare for it, but it's so easy because I sit down and I just talk from experience, or we do a fun activity. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be a mix of vlogish style. That probably does not make any sense, but more vlog style things, more concrete. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're doing today, or others that are more chit chatty. I kind of explain it in my episode that I am bringing out June 1st. So if you're interested in post-grad diaries, if you just graduated a year ago, or are graduating soon and you don't know what's going on in your life, literally same, I hope you can go on this little journey together. I didn't really when I started filming for that, I didn't really think through of where I want to take this series. So again, I wanted to take the time in today's video to really talk about it, to kind of explain a little bit more what my idea was. So yeah, possibly we'll be doing 3 videos, once again depending on how I want to pursue this. But yeah, I have enough episodes to last until December, so that's definitely going to be something that's happening. And yes, posting on Sundays and Thursdays, subject to change, but I think I'm always going to keep my bookish type things on Thursday. Worst case, I'm going to do Sundays for the podcast, Tuesdays for more lifestyle and fun content, and then Thursdays for bookish, because I don't want to move my Thursday, because Thursday's perfect, because Friday, I don't want to post Fridays, I don't want to post Saturdays, plus also the podcast or other videos come out Sunday. So bookish, it's always Thursday, I promise, for the rest of the summer. Thursdays. So definitely mark your calendars because you're gonna get a new video every single Thursday. Got that out of the way so we can move on to what I'm actually here to talk about, which is all the books that I read in the month of May. If you look at my May TBR, I didn't exactly follow it because I had this idea to do a themed reading vlog for some special event that's happening in June. So I kind of like pushed my TBR to the side. I read half of it, so I'm still proud. And then I had to prioritize that other video, well, books for that other video, because I am traveling the first week of June. Like, this will be coming out when I am on my trip, so I cannot exactly read this. I mean, obviously I can read this week, but I'm not gonna be like, you know, recording everything because it's like not practical. So we did not exactly follow the TBR, but we have a fun video that comes out of not following the TBR. So I guess that kind of like makes up for it. But anyways, the first book that I read this month is Fuel the Fire by Chris and Becca Ritchie. This is the 8th book in the Addicted Callaway Sister series. I am bringing out my part 2 of this reading vlog, I think in August, end of July, beginning of August, because I was like, I'm gonna give myself like a month to read. I mean, like, I'm not gonna take the entire month to read the books, but I was like, you know, in May I read Fuel the Fire, in June I'm gonna read Long Way Down, and then in July we're gonna read Some Kind of Perfect. So I think it's gonna be coming out towards the end of summer. I apologize, it's coming. I promise you it's coming. Like, I literally have like all my video files saved like based off the book. So it's coming, promise. We're gonna get it by the end of summer. That is, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But yeah, so this book number 8, it's a Rose and Connor book. And over here, I like this better than Kiss the Sky, because I don't know what it was with Kiss the Sky. It wasn't clicking for me, and it really sucks because Rose and Connor were one of my like favorite couples. Rose was the most like me, like I saw myself the most in her, so I like really clicked with her. I didn't like that book that much. This one I liked so much more. I rated it 4.25. I mean, obviously, like Kiss the Sky, there is drama, there's like problems they have to overcome, but I feel like over here the stakes are so much higher. There's so many more problems. Things are sneaky, things are creepy, and Connor, his master plan at the end, what he uncovers, because okay, I don't want to spoil this, but some character comes back. From the beginning of the book, you could tell this character was supposed to come back. So I don't know if it's like a spoiler, but just in case I'm not going to say the name. Some character comes back, and then Connor kind of like plays around with him, right? He gets information that puts this man away for good, and I'm like, thank God. We find out so many secrets. Obviously, Addicted Callaway, so the press is all over the place. There's scandals in the media. Loved it. And then it ends with something revealed about Daisy that I'm sure is going to be like the main topic of the next book, which is Long Way Down. And it breaks my heart because I'm like, this poor girl has been through so much. But anyway, that's like the next book, so I'm not going to talk about that. But this, I love it. I love it. Honestly, one of my favorite books. I think I really like the... Okay, well, anyway, I feel like the Callaway Sisters was written after Addicted, and I feel like it also does help that Lily and Lo, I love them. I absolutely love them, but they're not my favorite characters. Like, being in their head, I'm like, you know, I like them. It's not like everything to me being in other characters' heads. It's more like, it's more gripping. I do not know where I was going with that train of thought, but 4.25 stars, really liked it. And I feel like since next book is going to be Ryke and Daisy, it might be a 5, I don't know, it might be a 5-star. We will see. After that, I read a Mafia book. I haven't read a Mafia book in like so long, but I picked up this Mafia book, and okay, so the first book in this series, I forced myself to read it because I was like, I need to read that before reading this second book. This second book was the one that intrigued me from the start, and oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I rated 4.5 stars, and that is The Maddest Obsession by Danielle Lorig. Oh my God. So, wow. We have Christian, who I think at first people told me he was like a cop, and I was like, okay, so Gianna's Mafia, Christian is a cop, how is it gonna work? But no, Christian is a dirty fed. Like, he's not a cop, he's a fed, and he's a dirty fed. You know, we love it. So this story spans over the course of, I think, 8 years. Like, you see them meet when Gianna's like 20, then an encounter at 21, at 22, at 23, at 24, and then it jumps to the present. This lived up to the hype. 4.5. I just, wow, I definitely like this so much better than this, The Sweetest Oblivion, right? The Sweetest Oblivion, The Maddest Obsession. I just, wow. If you've read The Sweetest Oblivion and you're like, okay, I don't know how I feel about it, read The Maddest Obsession. It is so good. I love, and Gianna, Oh my god, I love Gianna. Gianna's an absolute icon. Like, obviously, Elena, sweet, cute, love her. She doesn't have that, like, fire in her. Like, okay, Gianna is definitely a Leo. Elena is more like a Cancer. Let me put it that way. I love her. She's just like everything, absolutely everything. Christian, absolutely everything. And obviously, like, you see Nico, you see other things. We see Nico's backstory. We don't really talk about like Nico's family that much. Now you see how he became who he was, because this book starts before the Sweetest Oblivion starts. Like, you don't see Nico growing up, but you see him a little bit through Gianna's eyes throughout the years. So that is interesting. That's a cool little backstory. And you know, Nico, he's like up there, he's tough, he's like dangerous, but then you see like a different side of him, a more like playful side with Christian, and I just overall loved it. 4.5 stars. Please pick this up. So good, so good. After that, we finished a series. I was so scared after the Hawthorne Legacy because obviously it was so good, but I feel like I was let down. I expected more. So I was so nervous on how the series was gonna end, because I was also like, how do we like wrap everything up? Oh my god. The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I would never have expected what happened. I feel like I cannot say anything because this is literally the third book and I don't even know how to describe it. We are still continuing the game, like the big game that started in like book 1. How do I say it? We have sneaky characters from the past who come up. You're like, can I trust you? Can I not? We have betrayal. We have business partners. You thought Avery's like family was bad. Oh no. There's so many ties. There's so many twists and turns. I'm so curious how Jennifer Lynn Barnes thought of everything, because I'm like, my brain cannot work these wonders. I don't know how she pieced everything together, because wow, absolutely wow. I do want to say there's something that, I mean, okay, I liked how the book ended. I thought it was like perfect, absolutely perfect. Like, I understand that, you know, this was like the deal and everything, but I feel like Toby, I don't know how it ended with Toby. I was like, I would have thought that it would be a better ending. Like, obviously it's not a bad ending. I feel like it was my like optimistic brain that was like, okay, like it's gonna work out for Toby, but I understand why he did what he like did. But anyways, loved it. Honestly, perfect ending. I would not have wanted it to end any other way. Please read this series if you have not. It's definitely worth it. Yes, it's YA, but it's so good. There's a little subplot of romance. Honestly, like, I could not care less for the romance because I was so intrigued by like everything else. It's cute, it's fun, but it was really like the puzzles and like the whole intrigue, the mystery that like really sold me. So yes, The Final Gambit, 4 stars. And then after that, I read a book that I feel like online, it's either people love it or people hate it. Some of my friends love it. So I was like, you know what, let's pick it up. This is my first Lucy Score book, and that is Things We Never Got Over. I found this book so entertaining, loved it. Knox, absolute asshole. And I feel like, yes, we find out these characters' ages in the book. In my head, he was like 30 or like 28. Like, I could not see this character older. I don't know if it's just because I'm in my like early to mid 20s. I cannot like fathom someone thinking or just being not obnoxious, but like, you know, being this way when they're like older. But yeah, in my head, I was like, it doesn't make sense that he's this age. I like aged him down. It was like better in my head, but I love this. And I was always like so scared with like kids in books because I feel like it takes away from the romance. But over here, what's her name? Oh my god. I loved the addition of Whaley. That's her name, Whaley. I love the addition of Whaley. I love her personalities. I loved Nash. Okay, so people say that the second book is not as good as the first. I love Nash. And when I found out that the third book, god, what were their names? Okay, so the librarian is Sloane. Who is the guy? Lucian. Okay, Lucian, because I was like, there was a nickname that they give him that's like a girl's name. Okay, Lucian and Sloane. When I found out that was like their book was book number 3, I was like, I have to read it because I love Sloane. But yeah, loved honestly all the characters in this book, literally all the characters, which like blew my mind because I was so scared going in. I rated this 4.25 stars. It was so good. Yes, it was a chunker, but I swear it was so entertaining. I read it so fast. Yeah, like you do have to kind of like play around with the ages in your head because it did not make sense, the ages that they were. But besides that, loved it. And oh my god, what's his name? I think Steph, the best friend. I love this man. He's so funny. I just love everything about it. So yes, 4.25 stars. Definitely recommend, but just like be aware that it's not believable their ages, but if you like age them down in your head, very, very fun, entertaining. Yes, Knox is an asshole, but it's fun. so it's fine. I don't want to spoil the video that, well, like the reading vlog that I'm gonna bring out in the month of June, but I feel like it's gonna be spoiled by the theme that you're gonna see in these next 2 books, because these 2 books I did read for the reading vlog. And the first is Wrecked by Lauren Asher. This was 4.5 stars. So Dirtier series, book number 3, we have Jax and we have Elena. So Elena we kind of see in a previous book because she does help Liam, and Jax, he's one of the drivers. Lauren Asher did something I did not expect. I was like, there is no way she's gonna do this, but she did. I didn't cry. I gasped. I was flabbergasted. I was shocked. I was like, girly pop, you can't do this to me. There is no way she did that. It's heartbreaking. Like, this book, it's heartbreaking for both characters. Like, both have so much trauma, and I feel like you don't really see that in the other books. So it was like very, I mean, I'm not saying that Noah, Maya, and then Sophie and Liam's story was the same, but compared to the depths of this book, and this one isn't done, but I'm currently reading Redeemed, the depths of these characters, like, you can tell that Lauren Asher really thought through, okay, like, how do I add more depth? How do I add more, a little more trauma, a little more like struggles into this story? Here, wow, like literally first chapter, I was like, poor Elena, and then poor Jax when I found out. But yeah, honestly, I liked it because, yeah, sure, like, I love, like, literally Collided was like 5 stars because it was like cute, fluffy. But this, seeing this whole other side, I actually really liked it also. Again, reading like Redeemed, that darker, deeper side, I feel like it definitely adds to the story. Let's not talk about Redeemed anymore. Let's talk about Wrecked. Jax, his image is very bad because he's a little bit messy. So the team get Elena in to help fix things. First, they hate each other, but they can't help the attraction to each other. Something happens, and then Jax becomes an absolute asshole. I can understand with like what's happened, but it's also like Jax. And oh my god, okay, so I am watching, if you guys like watch a lot of my videos, you know that I'm watching Vanderpump Rules and breaking down the entire series. It was so hard to not think of Jax Taylor in this book when at some points he reminded me a little bit of Jax Taylor. I was so nervous because Jax was never my favorite character, but my heart broke for him. It broke for him, but then it was so warm with like all the cute moments with Elena and then with his parents, and just like, it was very wholesome. I loved like the little found family aspect that Elena got with the girls, and even with like other people, but especially with the girls, because I don't want to say too much, but like, she doesn't have the best past. But oh my god, loved it. 4.5. If you have not read the series yet, please read it. I love every single book. So good. And I love how it's like the perfect balance between like F1, actual racing things, and like story. So recommend. 4.5. Loved it. The last book I read this month was also an F1 romance, and that's Cross the Line by Simone Soltani. This book, I was literally in Indigo one day. I randomly saw it. I was like, oh my god, cute F1 romance. Let's add to cart. Let's buy. So this, it's kind of like Wrecked, where you have someone trying to fix the driver's like image, because it's not the best. But in that case, Jax did it to himself because he was very messy. In this case, Dev, his old PR person kind of had beef with her, and she fully exposed. I mean, okay, she didn't expose him. She invented stuff. It was like lies, but it seemed like very true on the internet, like absolutely lost it, right? So he needs a new PR person to help out. And this is actually brother's best friend, because his best friend Oakley is, oh my god, Willow, I completely forgot her name, is Willow's older brother. So we have that. Oakley and Dev's like little friend group all works in the F1. So obviously she doesn't really want everyone else to know, because we actually find out she actually dated one of the friends from the friend group in the past. He cheated on her, right? So when they broke up, it tore apart the friend group. So she's very like concerned with like, okay, you know, I don't want to tear this group apart. Like, I like Dax. I can tell he's into me, like I'm into him, because they have these like little flirty bits all throughout the book. It's just so cute and wholesome. You can tell that they're both like trying to hold back, but yeah, it's super cute. Brother's best friend, F1. I'm thinking, is there anything else? I love all the characters. Besides Nathaniel, I find it so funny how at some point we just like stop talking about Nathaniel, and it's like, what even happened to him? Who knows? I love all the characters besides Nathaniel, and I'm so happy for Dev that everything worked out the best way for him as possible, because I was getting so mad, not at the book, but at the team that he was with. Like, I was feeling frustrated for him. I was like, this man deserves so much better, and he got so much better. This book, I actually rated it a 3 because I feel like I was just comparing it too much to the Dirty Year series, because that's like the only reference I have, you know, for F1. It was super cute and fluffy, but I feel like I wanted a little something more. So it's still a really, no, not, I'm gonna do 3.25. It's still a good book. I would not read the second one. Like, I enjoy this, but like not enough to pick up the second one. So yeah, the second F1 romance that I read this month, and I'm not gonna really talk about this one because I did, like, I'm only 100 pages in, but I am reading Redeemed. So you're gonna, you know more about that at the end of this month. Yeah, this month. I got so busy towards the end of the month that I did not have time to finish reading it. But yeah, those are the books that I read this month. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which, you know, I wish I could have like done more, but I'm still like really happy with what I did. It's still like over a book a week, which like that's good for me. So yeah, let me know what you read this past month. Let me know if you've read any of these books, what your ranking was. If you're like, I'm sorry, I smelled something burning and I was like so concerned that like my like flat iron or curling wand were like on. I don't know what the smell is, but anyways, I would love to chat with you guys in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and to subscribe if you did enjoy today's video, and all my socials are down below, so TikTok, Instagram, and Goodreads. If you want to go, you know, be a little nosy, go stalk me over there. And yeah, that's it for me today. So stay safe, protect your vibe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys.